2019, almost 2020 and beyond, security has changed, wealth has changed, insurance has changed, being safe with the future changes. It's a new thing, so welcome in, Trav here. What I'm talking about is automation coming in and destroying or eliminating so many jobs, eliminating of pensions, inflation of the dollar, changing of society, and some new tools that come in and are available to us. So if you want to feel secure and you want real security, there's a new and different way to do it. Now let's talk about the old ways briefly. Some of the old ways still go. If you have rental properties, that seems like a pretty safe bet. Land is always valuable. People always want to rent. Money in the bank. Well, the thing about money in the bank is that inflation, it decreases. You have the stock market, or you want to invest in Bitcoin, crypto, and stuff like that. That's kind of the same old stuff, actually. But what I'm getting at and what I'm talking about is a new kind of insurance, a new kind of safety, a new kind of pension, a new kind of security that's built around the internet for business and through followers and followership. So this wasn't possible for most people until very recently. But can you imagine that you are a relatively famous person and you have a relatively large following and you have relatively rich networks? If you lose one job, you'll probably be able to do something else because of the base that you have, and you'll be able to sell something else. You'll be able to transition. You'll be able to change. If I lose my professional athlete job, it's time for me to retire. There's a good chance that I can do something else. This is something that's become available to almost everyone through the power of social media and through the power of everybody having a smartphone in their pocket, where now you or anyone can build an audience online. And how much safer would you feel if you had 100 paying clients, if you owned a business, or you had a 10,000 followers across your social media, or 100,000, or you have a really good relationship with people online, and you could travel, you could change where you're living, you wouldn't have to worry nearly as much. You could crowdsource if you needed to. You could make some, change what you're selling, change what your services, change what you're offering. That's the new kind of insurance, pension, security that I'm talking about. Got the animals over here. Okay. So how do you do that? Well, the first thing is, it's not like, okay, I just want followers, because you can buy followers or buy fake number of followers. What it's really about is like using the internet as a leverage, a force multiplier to affect the world. Like it used to be, I could talk to a couple people, some people you can do public speaking, but I can share this idea with a couple people. But because of YouTube, later on while I'm sleeping, you might be watching this, couple 200 people, and I'm creating value. I'm using this leverage as a force multiplier to increase my impact, so that more of you can learn from this, more of you can make a difference. And you can use YouTube, you can use Instagram, you can use Facebook, you can use Snapchat, you can use Twitter, or whatever the new kids are using these days. But the idea isn't like, okay, I'm going to accrue followers. The idea is, here's a list of people who I've made some sort of impact and change in their life from, and the more people that I help, the more security that I'm going to have later on. So part of that security is, okay, well, how do you monetize that? Well, you really just have to have an offer. Like, here, I'm helping you. Here's different levels of help. Here's how I can, here's something that I can do for you. Whether that's selling some crafts or some arts, or helping people with their website, or you're doing some kind of niche coaching of some kind, business, teaching people how to win competitive, whatever, be an athletic coach or something. But how much more secure would you have if you owned a business that had 50 paying clients that are on recurring every month? And it doesn't even have to be like you deliver it all. I'm talking about you own a business, right? So we're in a time where entrepreneurship is on the decline in the United States. Fewer small businesses are being started, probably because of the scarcity that the middle and lower classes are feeling, being crushed by this vice of time and money. And I believe also the smartphone, while it opens the door for us to change and to create our own businesses, is distracting people and dumbing people down more than anything. But you have to recognize that the opportunities there in 2019 and 2020 to start a business more easily than you ever wanted, with no capital, just going online and serving people and helping people. And you can build that into a really nice income and really nice security. And if you want from there, you could invest in traditional forms of security. But just recognize this is a brand new opportunity that's really only existed in the last 10-ish years. And now it's opened up and becoming available to almost anyone who wants it. So you can do it. What to do for those of you who want to do it, I'm going to give you some tips, but I also have to plug my ebook and course down below, Automatic Side Business. If you own an automatic side business that's giving you something like recurring passive income, then that probably reduces the stress quite a bit. And if you know how to maintain that over the years, then it's going to add a lot of security to what you're doing. Have multiple streams, multiple sources of income, multiple side businesses, so you should check that out. But you have to have a specific goal to get there. Something like, I want financial freedom, I want to feel secure, I want a certain amount of money in the bank, I want a certain amount of money coming in. You have to have a specific kind of obstacle where it's like, okay, time is my problem. It's not that I'm trying to make the money, it's like time, or my time is attached to my money is an obstacle. How do I separate those things so that my money is associated more with my impact, which I can leverage, I can force multiply. And then the third thing is, like, if you're already taking action, you got to be spending at least an hour a day working on this in your free time. You don't necessarily need to do more than that. I mean, you don't necessarily have time, because if you have a regular job, you just only have so much energy. But if you can muster up an hour a day to work on it, that's 28 hours or 30 hours a month, which is an extra work week. And it can happen pretty fast, having a side business through that. And then you can decide what you want after that point. So if that sounds like something you're interested, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to be plugging it a lot, but I'm also going to be teaching a lot about it. So hope you find that useful. Appreciate you. I'm going to talk to you soon. And let me know what you think in the comments as well. For those of you who want to learn more about this topic, I'm happy to help. So appreciate you and thank you, and talk to you soon. Peace.